Hey everybody, I was with a friend earlier today and got talking about this and that and whatever. Actually, I don't know, it started with alcohol or something. And I got talking about something that I've been talking about for years and I've never been able to put my finger on what it was I wanted to say or why it was I was saying what I was saying. And I a lot of times need to talk things out to understand things if I'm not writing them. And today I finally said it. I finally figured out what it was. And so I heard a vlog coming out of me. And so before I go into this, I want to say firstly and foremostly that I am a Cubs fan. I love the Cubs. I love baseball. I love Wrigley Field. I don't think that all of Wrigley Field is filled with a bunch of people who don't love baseball, who are there just to get drunk. I don't think that all Cubs fans are like that. I just don't. I know too many of them who are into baseball and who are into the team and all of that. On a quick side note, and I'm not doing this just to like intentionally, start shit. But what I find interesting is that instead, I feel like Sox fans go out of their way to like diss the Cubs and diss Cubs fans, which is weird. Like, I'll give Sox fans some shit if they're giving me some shit, why not? But it's weird because it's like they won a series pretty recently. It's weird, like no one will be even talking about baseball, and like almost every Sox fan I know will go out of their way to like be a dick about baseball or about the Cubs or whatever. It's so weird. It's like if you won more recently, like why go out of your way to be an asshole? What's the chip on your shoulder? It's so weird. It's kind of like I don't go out of my way to like rip on the Sox. It's like, you know why? Because I got a good like ballpark and I have a good team. Like even if like the team sucks, which sucks, trust me, it sucks. Like the team energy is good. We have good fans. We show up. So anyway, so I digress. But all of that aside, I moved to Chicago in August of '97, and I moved to Wrigleyville. I didn't know anything. I didn't know any other area. I'd been coming to the city for a little while, and we'd always come to Clark and Belmont, so I didn't know any other part of the city to move to. And I got a really great place, and I had a really good roommate, and so it worked out great, And I went to a lot of games, and that next year was 1998, and it was the home run race. And we did get to the playoffs. We got swept by Atlanta in 3. But that 98 year too was the year of the one game playoff with the San Francisco Giants, then coached by Dusty Baker. Foreshadowing. But and then things started to get some momentum, and it didn't happen right away, but things started to change. I didn't move out of Wrigleyville until about 2000. I think it was the fall of 2000. And I moved north to like Foster and like Berwyn and Kenmore. And if you're not in Chicago, none of this is going to mean anything to you probably. But so I lived there for about 3 years. And after I moved, especially, like things started to change. And I've told my friends this, who don't live in the city, and they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's changed? It's always been party down there. And today I was finally able to articulate it. First of all, like definitely now, like a lot of things are more franchisey, and like everything looks the same. And it's like it's hard to explain to people like Bernie's, the bar on the corner of Waveland and Clark. It didn't used to look like it looks now. Now it's got the same old wooden front with, the like gold. It looks like every Wrigleyville bar. It looks like Casey Moran's. It looks like Barleycorn. It looks like every Irish Oak bar, you know? And it didn't used to look like that. You used to have a cheesy blue awning on the corner. It said Bernie's in like script with 2 baseball bats, and they had a side patio, and it was just Bernie's. I never went in that bar, to be honest with you, but it was just cheesy. It would look like a dive bar, to be honest with you, a dive baseball bar. And it didn't look like, if you go see the front of it today, it's not what it looked like. And but now the front of Bernie's looks like the front of every other bar in Wrigleyville. And if you go up Clark Street, the Washington Mutual used to be a laundromat, and there's just bars and restaurants there that didn't used to be there before. So it's definitely like the ante has been upped, you know, and things have changed, and people have, like, you know, the Wrigleyville tap's not there, you know. I mean, just the scope of like how many more restaurants and how many more bars. But here's the deal. As I was starting to describe like the energy of it, the frenzy of it, the way that, you know, it's changed, I started to reference Russian Division. You know, I started to reference that area down there. And I said, you know, for instance, the people who are, you know, have enough money to live down there, generally, to my understanding, aren't the people who are the one, and we both said at the same time, aren't the ones who are at Mother's. And it clicked for me. The people coming in from the suburbs and stuff are the ones that are at Mother's. The people who hear about the Viagra Triangle are the ones in that area. The people coming from other parts of the city are the ones going to Mother's and Russian Division. And it occurred to me that that's what's changed about Wrigleyville. It's become a destination. It's become a party to come to. Game days and weekends and nights, and of course there's been more nights added as the years have gone on, it always was a party. There always was fun and raucousness and, you know, people drinking too much. But we were partying. It was the people who lived there that were partying. It was the college kids and the workers and the commuters and the people who lived there that were part of this party. We lived there. We were partying. And now it's people who come there to party. It's a destination. It's people coming there, you know, to experience something, or to head there for a weekend night, or to do something. And let me tell you something, kids. When you don't live somewhere, when it is not your neighborhood, you are not accountable for it. And you can treat it like a trash pit, and you can act like an asshole, and you can get as fucked up as you want, and you can start fights, and you can harass women, and you can act terribly. Now, some of these people are going to act like that no matter where they are. But that's what's changed. That energy that I feel that's changed, that's made it dirty and nasty and scary and weird, where I didn't used to feel that before. That's what's changed. Is I'm not a part of it anymore because I don't live there anymore. But even when I lived there, it wasn't like that. And part of it, it's just because it's been amped up. There's so many more bars and so many more restaurants and so many more people. But the reason that is because people are coming to it. It's a thing. It's a place. It's a destination. And it's not just even Wrigley Field. Even if you don't get a ticket, you come because on a Saturday night in January, you come to go to this bar or to that bar or to this restaurant. So I still love the Cubs, and I always will, and I love Wrigley because she's beautiful. But that's what's changed, and that's what I don't like. So I finally put a name to it. When you own something, you treat it differently than when you don't. So, yeehaw!